All right, Alico 3, and today we have another regular service PSA order. During the month of December, I'd say November to January, I shipped off a bunch of these, and typically in the 15 to 20 card range. It's just the range that I personally like to send off for this type of order. So we'll kind of go through the cards. I think there might be less than 15 in this one. I don't know. But we'll save that one. So something that goes along the lines of collecting the card and not the grade, because I think we've dipped into a time in the hobby where we're all obsessed. Not everybody, but a lot of people are just shelling out huge money for PSA 10s on sets that aren't even tough. And if they want to do that, that's fine. That's fine with me. Don't think it's the wisest move, but people are gonna buy what they want to buy. I think it's important to, if you're buying these cards for your collection, to try to get the label or the assigned grade to match up with the actual condition of the card. That seems pretty basic, but so before I send any of these cards off, I write down the grade, and I feel like I have experience. I've been sending cards to PSA since 2010. I know their standards. They can be inconsistent at times, just like the other companies. So let's just go through the cards, and I'll kind of tell you what condition I had these at and what they were graded at. So this one was undergraded for sure. If you look closely at the card, and something that will be hard for you guys to pick up from your vantage point is dings and like small dings. So I always tilt my card in the light, and you can really catch like little dings that you can't see if you hold it straight, if that makes sense. So with this card, it doesn't have any of those. I think it might have had like one small little problem, so that's why I had it as a mint 9, but it got an 8. So to me, that's not accurate. So that'll get snapped out and sent to SGC. This was accurate. This was finest. This is a pretty big card. It hasn't really increased as much as some of his other stuff, so that might be something to look at. But this is the finest 999. This is the base one. There's also a refractor, I know, which is, it's a cool image. It's Topps finest. Just a fantastic card. So a PSA mint 9 on this one. Fantastic. You have to consider there's only 999 of these. It's the true, base rookie from the set. So I think this is an amazing card. So the finest LeBron in a 9. That was accurate. This one I had as a 10. I don't really give a 10 unless I feel that it's warranted. This one just didn't have any problems, so this will go to SGC. This bottom corner on the right sometimes can show chipping. This doesn't have any of that. Maybe it's the centering. I don't have a ton of experience with 2018 Prism basketball, but we'll have to see on that. And I'm also the type of collector that if a card is overgraded, I'll state that too. It just depends on the card. What do we got? LeBron. Okay, this is accurate. I just think the top to bottom centering is just off, so it's not really something that I would say is in consideration as a mint card, but I think an 8 is pretty accurate. There's no dings or crazy things going on, or this would obviously be like a 6 or 7, but this card's also exploded in the last month, so take that for what it is. Yeah, it almost looks diamond cut or something. It's just off-center. I'm going to put this one in the store and auction, so check out the auctions. I do 40 to 60 auctions a night of new stuff. It's all kinds of stuff. It's all for major sports, and there are some awesome deals to be picked up. And the auctions are honest. Okay, this is cool. This is one that I had as a 10, and it came back a 10. So Connor McDavid, Young Guns canvas. don't think this is the toughest set. It is thin cardstock, but I think for the most part, the quality control is superb with Upper Deck. So there's your 10. Yeah, this is a really, really pretty 8. Tons of experience with this set. I forgot what I had this at. I think I had it 8.5 to 9. So this one's SGC bound. Yeah, I mean, look at those corners. And then the top corners and edges for a black bordered card. Of course, it's not 50-50 centering from right to left. But then look at those bottom edges, too. It's just a really clean card, so definitely a mint card. So we'll send that to SGC. This one was actually a Beckett 9 snap out. And I looked at it outside of the slab, and it's definitely a mint card, too. So this will go to SGC, too. I don't know where the 7 came from at all. But it's awesome because it's got the Falcon wing. That's the 250. This is sick. I bought this back in like 2010. But it was in one of those older Beckett slabs, so I was thinking it would get a PSA 9. We got Lamar Jackson. This is the 17 Select XRC. Nice shine. Something I've noticed with this set is a lot of centering issues. So this one has it going on right to left. Probably 60-40, not terrible. And of course, there's surface scratches on these. So these were inserted into 17 Select hobby packs as redemptions. And this is the Jackson refractor. I think there's also a couple parallels that play off of this too, but I haven't really looked into those. Pete Alonso. It's got a clean back. Here on the back it's clean, which is often something you'll see with this set is chipping right there, or like a white corner on this darker border. And the front, to me, it looks centered. It does have some surface scratching, so that might have dropped it all the way to 8. So an 8 on that one, which is, with a modern Bowman Chrome Auto, I'd say it's less valuable than raw. I think a 9's more valuable than raw by a little bit, but an 8 is pretty bad. So here's the best card in the order. This is sick. So Peyton Manning, Bowman's Best in a 10. I had this at a 9.5, so it was going to either be a 9 or a 10 to me. The autograph, we always talk about, should we grade the autos, should we not grade the autos? It looks pretty good to me. It's not the boldest I've seen. If I had to grade the auto, I'd say a 9, but it presents well enough and it doesn't take away from the card, so I think it's perfectly fine. So a 10 on this. This is a casket card, so bound to go up in the future. Here's an 8. I had this at 8.5 to 9, so it's just kind of a theme with this order. I think if you guys have ever sent to PSA, it depends on the grader you get, and sometimes they're stricter, and just there's different factors I've noticed where I've gotten orders back and the grades all seem a bit high and sometimes they're a bit low, and it's just the human element in play. So this breed specific, check your bottom edge because it's blue and it's often chipped. And I actually just sold a PSA 10 of this in my store, and it went for like $150 because the autograph is completely faded off. So just an interesting observation. Here's another LeBron. This is the Mystique. So this is in line with the Finest. I definitely prefer the Finest to the Mystique. But the photo on this is awesome as well. It's a cool dunking photo. And Fleer Mystique had a pretty short run in the hobby. I want to say 2 or 3 years, but they did put out some decent stuff. So Mystique LeBron in a 9. That's accurate. That's what I had it at. Here's an Alonso base in a 9. That's also an accurate grade. So a 9 on the that's the Prospect Auto from 16 Draft with the glasses. I always think it looks like he has glasses on. We've got Nathan McKinnon. This is a PSA 9. This is the Future Watch. It's just so funny the drastic price increase people are paying for a 10 compared to a 9 on these modern cards. Card like this where you can't see any dings or any flaws really, and it doesn't look scratched, it looks centered. I think on a different day it could get a 10. So I mean, you're gonna pay, this is probably what, 250 in a 9 and then 600 in a 10, so you're paying $350. Crazy. Connor McDavid SPX. So they are really grading these thick cards strictly. So here's an 8. This has a cool patch, and it's out of 399 on the back there. So finishing off with some hockey. That's it for this one. There are a lot more of these orders coming back, and also some SGC stuff coming back. So let me know what you thought about this one.